Wepa, wepa. Let me calm down because I'm bouncing too much here. Mi gente, how's everybody doing, my people? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You see us right now, you know what that means, right?
It's Monday night, 8 o'clock. That means
El lunes.
it's time for the what?
El show. El show. In English, the show.
The original, the one and only. No fakeness, no blah, blah, blah.
No filters.
No,
I'm learning how you say stuff right now.
The original, the one and only. Often duplicated, but can never be. The show. The show, the show, the show.
Yes.
I go by the name of Nina Rock, La Latina Loquita, and to my left we have
Angie Ruiz, La Gordita Sabrosa, because curves are beautiful, my people. Yes.
Yes. You already know 8 o'clock Monday night right here on your Facebook Live is the show. And of course, you can listen to us on Spotify and iHeart. And you can watch our other videos on YouTube as well. It's called The Show. One word altogether because this chick right here did not separate a thing. I wanted it to be all
She
together.
was just in a rush. And her mind was somewhere else.
Yes.
Sure. I did the same shit too with my other name.
And for those of you who do listen to us on Spotify and iHeart, don't forget that you can send us a message at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com. That is how you can reach out to us and let us know how you feel. Give us some love, some hate, whatever.
And whenever she goes through that email, she will answer you.
Yeah, that part.
Because I don't go through it. I don't even got the info, nothing.
I don't either. It's literally like...
You forgot the password?
I did. It's like just saved in the computer. So it might even be saved in this one. It might be saved in the other one. Let's see.
All right, my ladies. While she actually looking for some information, I'm about to start sharing this live. My girls and guys, please do the same thing as share, because sharing is caring. If you're already sharing tu maridos, it won't matter to share this, okay? I'm just saying.
Wow, she went there.
I did went there.
She went there.
I did went there.
You know, it's unfortunate, we can talk about that so many people, I mean... Why do people ask dumb questions? Can you tell me why people ask dumb questions?
It depends what question is dumb for you. But when she's in a bad mood, anything is dumb for her. I'm telling you. Even if I walked by, sir, that was so dumb for you to walk to my side.
Okay. without saying or repeating, I just want you to look here. Okay? You see it, right? Don't say it out loud, but what does this say? You got that, right?
Yeah.
And what does this say right here? You got that, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, tell me why I get... Sorry, guys.
1 second, guys. 1 second.
I'm just in the middle of being fucking petty right now. Why do I get this fucking question?
Because they didn't look at the flyer. They forgot to put their eyes. They're blind. Or son estúpidos.
Anyway. Today's not the day.
Yeah, like I said.
So, guys, we're going to have an amazing show for you today. Yes, I may have a little attitude and I'm going to be a little bit a petty bitch because that is what the mood that I've been feeling lately.
I mean, she's in the last time of her month.
No, actually, I'm not in my time of the month. Not yet. Like late or some shit. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm going through menopause. I don't fucking know.
I just went like this, and the main guy that online that get paid for doing this, you know, he got thrown out of the country. Really? You seen that news?
There's so many things that we got to talk about this week.
You.
Because so many things happen this week. It is amazingly crazy. That's all I got to say. So many things happen this week, and we're going to get into we're going to talk about it in just a little bit. Of course, Angie is sharing. Guys, feel free to do the same as well. Share. Show us some love. Envíanos unos corazoncitos. Send us some hearts, some stars. Whatever you want. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from as well so we can go ahead and shout you out as well.
Yes, shout you out, my girls. Listen, also.
And guys.
Yes, I'm telling you, I just came out of work and I'm stuck with the girls, ladies.
We forgot we got a lot of guys out here who watch and listen to this crazy thing we call the show.
For sure.
And I want to thank everybody who does tune into this thing we call the show, because you know what? Thank you. That's all I got to say. Thank you to everybody who listens to us in Colombia, and Peru, and Mexico, right here in the United States, in UK, in Germany, in the Arab nations. I mean, it is crazy how many people just, explain to me why. I don't know why. Explain it to me. I'm not complaining. I would just like to know.
Because they like to watch us.
Because we're cute.
Because they like the topic. They like how we talk. We keep it real.
100%.
They love the
no
craziness.
Fakeness. Look, no fake.
They love the craziness.
You just never know what's going to happen here on the show. But anyway, guys, enough about that. That is what we do here on the show. We talk a lot of shit, and you guys love it. So it's all good. All good, all good. So with that being said, while she is sharing, don't forget, guys, we do the recap every single week. Today we're going to talk about news, and more news, because so much stuff has happened this week. It is insane.
Que sí que.
But let's get into the recap. Andy, do you have a recap?
Yes, my recap. Let me tell you my recap, okay? My recap, what did I do this recap besides working all week? I haven't even got a day off since that I came back from my vacation. And even before my vacation, I still didn't have a day off until I went on my vacation. So listen, I came back and I have been working. And let me see, to think about, because I'm telling you, besides my brain is tired, I'm losing my voice. Yes, my voice is changing because I haven't got no break. No.
Oh, I thought you was going to say something else.
I think that would be vitamin me. I think that would help.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought you were going to say. You're losing your voice because you haven't gotten it.
Whatever.
I'm just... Anywho.
But yeah,
she's choking on it.
No, I'm like... No, for real. I can't even think straight. But no, they didn't do nothing. Just work this whole week.
Yes,
that's what I said, for real. Like, I was working double shift the whole week. Last week, double week shift. Morning to night.
That is our lives lately. It's just work. Because we got bills to pay. And if you notice that everything has gotten more expensive. So, and the pay has not increased, so we got to just work more in order to survive. Mm-hmm. So, if you're in that situation, I feel for you, because not gay, but it's been a day, guys. It's been a day. But that's the reality for a lot of people. We have to work harder just to get the same stuff, because things have gone up in price and our pays have not gotten up. So, with that being said, guys, make sure the struggle is real. Make sure you're out there hustling, do your thing legitimately.
Yes.
We don't want nobody going to jail. We don't want anybody arrested.
No.
None of that stuff.
No.
Me, all I did was work as well. I was supposed to go out this weekend, but then I just didn't. I just decided to work. And here I am today. But I do want to say one thing.
One thing?
Yes.
And say just one thing?
Just one thing.
Okay.
My crush moved back to Orlando.
Eminem?
No, that's my boo.
Okay, so what is your crush?
My crush moved back to Orlando. I don't know how to act right now.
I hope it's not who I think it is.
It might be.
Things the it.
Yep.
When it's not the it, and it's always around plastic women.
Yep, that one.
Oh, girl, don't waste your time on that.
I didn't say I was gonna waste my time. I just said he moved back to Orlando.
Mm-hmm. He says. But anyway.
See how she knew? She knew that, but she didn't know about Detroit.
I knew about Eminem.
No, you didn't. Go back a couple of videos, guys.
I knew about Eminem, but I'm like, I don't watch the baseball sport that is not the Mets. So
it had nothing to do with that.
I know what I'm saying. I don't follow the
it didn't matter.
the sport.
I said Detroit.
That didn't cross my head at that time. But all I know is, like, girl, if you don't have that fake boobies, or you don't have no fake...
I don't have fake boobies.
I know you don't. But you don't have no fake booty.
I'm out of the league.
You don't have that fake booty?
I'm out of the league. I'm just saying that my crush moved back to Orlando. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to throw that out there.
You know, when it comes to that part, I think I will go to some other subjects we had and say, go after that. I'm just saying.
So what do you do when you know that you're not even like in your crush's eyes?
I don't even bother.
I'm not saying to bother. I'm just asking.
It won't be the crush no more. It will be my trash.
Your trash?
My trash. Why keep on being crush on something that I know I won't have no chance on it.
I never said I wanted it. I don't.
But you never know, because sometimes you could have a crush on somebody and reality becomes part of your life. You know? But if I know if I'm
But
not
not
like
that
something.
One. That one is not gonna be. No. I just have a little crush.
I give you a crush, girl. I'll go to the 7-Eleven and get you a crush. Okay?
Make sure it's orange.
And it will be orange.
But anyway, guys, I just wanted to throw that out there. But speaking of arrests, okay, we got a lot of things to talk about.
Arrest?
Yes.
Okay, who got arrested?
Sheriff Marco Lopez. The sheriff of Osceola County, guys. He got arrested. Now, let me just tell you, it's so much controversy going around this arrest, and I'm not gonna get into
Actually,
full
he
details.
was a special guest of us a couple of years back.
So to kind of give you a little recap, yes, he was a guest of ours on our show. We had a previous show. Actually, it was this same show, but in another studio, correct? Or did we have it under another?
We were in the same roof, but you had another show at that time.
Okay. Oh, it was Nina Rock on the mic. Yes.
Yes, it was another show in another building.
Yes,
and
in our other studio. Yes.
I was with Evie.
Yes.
The other team. Yes.
So he was a guest of mine, on a previous show that I had at another station, another studio. And I actually had interviewed him when he was campaigning on his trails to become sheriff of Osceola County. Now, there was a lot of controversy at that time. I'll kind of give you a little quick recap. You can find that on my YouTube channel. It is there. Just search up Nina Rock Marco Lopez. It'll come up. But during that time, what happened was to him, when he submitted his letter that he wanted to run for sheriff, he then got terminated from his job because they were saying that he couldn't run for the same, be working under the same person that he's trying to run for office for, which was the sheriff's seat. So whatever, it was a whole big thing, lot of drama, blah, blah, blah. He eventually did win his election, and he's been the sheriff for the last 2 terms. Now, I gotta say, he's been, for me, I don't live in Osceola County, but he has been a great sheriff.
I do live in Osceola, and he has been a great sheriff that I actually voted for him the first time and the second time because I already knew all the great work that he did, and he was like, no more charlatanes.
Exactly. You could not, excuse my language, but you could not fuck around in Osceola County without getting caught because he was on his shit. I have to say that. No matter how you feel about it, we don't really go into politics too much, but facts are facts.
I believe that's one of the parts that he's getting a lot of backlash, especially from some of the comments that I've seen. I was like, what the fuck? A lot of people making fun of him, backlash, saying some people might grab him in jail, whatever. Of course, he's not in the same place.
County, right?
He's actually, not only that, and they got him in a separate room from everybody.
They have to.
And the thing is, all the comments that I've been watching, I'm like, wow. Like, because he was doing a great job. A lot of people's hating on him right now because of things that happen. But the way I see it, you cannot just judge somebody right away until proven guilty, okay?
Correct.
Because a lot of shit could happen, and a lot of things could come out at the end saying, "Oh shit, he really didn't do it," or maybe he did do it. But you never know. Shit happens, okay? But
so here's the thing, right? So he's been arrested for allegedly racketeering, right? Multiple counts of racketeering. This is all alleged, obviously. According to them, they have proof, they have tech, they have this, they have that. Whatever the case is,
it was him and 2 other females arrested.
Which they're already arrested, right? Mm-hmm. So, but here's the thing. So, like she said, there's been a lot of people commenting. I mean, it's been all over the media, all over social media, all over the news and everything like that.
Making fun of him real badly.
Making fun of him, but there's other people who are saying other things and stuff like that. So, one of the things that, you know, we don't know if it's true or not true. This is all alleged from my part. I want nobody coming after me. But one of the reasons that people are saying he was targeted is because he went against DeSantis, our governor of here of Florida, on some policies when it came to immigration.
A lot of people were saying that. A lot of people were saying because he was Spanish.
Yep.
A lot of people, there's a lot of things going on during
Correct.
the comments that you could read. A lot of people say, oh, he got targeted because he
got
was
targeted
Spanish.
because he's
And right
Latino.
away, when he got arrested, not even 24 hours, a white man was positioned in his place right away.
Right. They appointed
A Caucasian guy.
right. We aren't gonna mention his name because he's irrelevant.
I don't even know the name.
Black Monin, I don't know, something or other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All I know is that he's Caucasian, and people's
Yeah.
like, wait a second, why y'all couldn't do the other two candidates that was running against him when we were voting?
Right.
It was actually 3 people in
Yeah.
the ballot. And they were like, why y'all didn't put the second running and add him to the thing? No, they added somebody that was not even in the ballot.
That wasn't even on the ballot. Exactly. So they're saying, and again, this is all alleged, that with this charge, it's more of a backlash coming from DeSantis. Now, again, I don't know. I'm not so much into we're not even going to get into politics or anything like that. But it's all going to play out in the court system, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens. But Marco Lopez did get arrested this weekend on racketeering charges. He is on held for $1 million bond,
which is $500,000
each charge,
and
Right.
in total. And right there, for him still being
He
not
isn't.
be able to get out,
Well-
it's obviously that he don't have that money.
Well, the thing is that he has the money, but it's hard for them to prove, and I'm going to do like this, if the money was earned legitimately or if it's money, quote unquote, that was earned through, quote unquote, the racketeering that he's being charged for.
When I seen the
You
news,
get what I'm saying?
when I seen the news,
So since they can't prove it, they won't accept it.
no, but I'm saying when I seen the news, they said the money that he had in his bank accounts, it was 20,000 in one and 20,000 in one. Whatever he got in his bank account, it will not add up to the fine for him to pay to get out.
Correct.
So obviously he cannot get out, and because he don't have that money that everybody's saying that he had, he cannot bail out, and that's one of the obvious right there that they were saying if he don't have that money, that means he really was not racketeering, because one of the racketeering charges is actually supposedly there was like a casino somewhere here in Kissimmee, and that he was, like helping them having on. He was getting paid under
Taking
the
the
table,
money under the table.
whatever.
Exactly.
So that's
all alleged.
That's part of the thing. So it's other things about to come out, and that's one of the things that they trying to charge him, saying that he got. That one of the proof they got is actually text message from somebody else, and then there's other people saying that there's no proof of that coming to his bank. So we don't know what's the real story, but all I know is not guilty until proven,
Guilty.
And not only that, one of the
Innocent until
closest
proven
lawyer that
guilty.
I know, and that we close, I like the post that he wrote. He put a post like, hey, I'm one of the big criminal lawyers that help the criminals out there. All I could say, he was talking real nice about him, and he was like, I see the people how they making fun of him, whatever. All I know is, like I tell all the people that I defend, you are not guilty until proven guilty, and I hope everybody could respect. That's why he wrote respect and give the respect to this man that had worked hard for his county.
Yep.
So
he was very much for the people. He was very much like he really, he was catching people out there, and he was out in the streets himself, which you don't find a lot of sheriffs out there like that. He was literally out in the streets himself.
even some people will say, oh, he's just in the street just for he could film it and put it like he put the cup. A lot of people like to talk about stuff like that. But I like to watch his video, especially the Dougie. He's Dougie Bacon.
Yep.
I like to see videos about Bacon. He posts with him and everything.
Because he made himself part of the community of Osceola County. Like, you knew, maybe, obviously we don't know everything about him, right? But he put a little bit of himself into the community. Like, he showed himself. He showed his his dog, like she said.
Yeah.
You know, this night he showed a little bit of his personality, and to see that he's a real person at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He's the sheriff of Osceola County, but he's also a real person that does real life shit. You know.
Yeah.
So
And since I'm like, I feel that bail was too freaking high on purpose.
absolutely,
On purpose.
absolutely.
But one of the girls got bail.
Mm-hmm.
One of the girls got bail right away. And
One of the other
in my
ladies
head, I'm like, that's her. Get her.
And you know what? They were also like, oh, we're gonna take his passport because he has ties to Puerto Rico. Now I was listening to that live,
Girl,
and
I
I'm
was
like,
laughing.
she's an idiot.
I was
Whoever-
laughing. I was
that
like,
lady
does
was
she
an
know we don't
idiot.
need no passport for Puerto Rico?
Exactly. Like, hello. Like, I'm like, she's
like,
an
what
idiot
the
that
hell?
she even actually said that live. Because I was watching and I was listening and stuff like that. And that was literally a comment that I think the defending attorney or attorney, whatever the fuck she was, said during the bond hearing. Like that,
Puerto Rico is part of United States. I heard that part when she went like
I
that.
was like, she's an idiot. I'm like, who the fuck is this girl? Like, you're a fucking moron.
Like, yes,
Sorry,
we would
I
like
said it.
to take his passport away
Because he
got
has
ties
ties
to
to
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico.
So we are kind of afraid that he's gonna try to travel to Puerto Rico. And then his defender was like, well, Puerto Rico is part of United States. You really don't
Exactly.
need no passport to go there.
Exactly. So that was an irrelevant statement for her to say. Now, granted, if she would have said something else, you know, he's a flight risk or whatever, blah, 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 then yeah, she could have said that. But the fact that she said with ties to Puerto
Puerto
Rico,
Rico.
she's just sounding like an idiot. Like, she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. But anyway.
Like, I'm not gonna say it, but not politics, but people who is actually in the White House when they thought Puerto Rico was not part of the United States and Puerto Rico, I'm not gonna say no names, but I guess they're all included.
Mm-hmm.
Same color, same races, and bullshit.
So anyway, so we just have to wait and see how this is gonna play out, and see, you know, I mean, if he did it, then hey, he should be arrested. He should be in jail. But if he didn't, oh, he's gonna have fun with this when he comes out. Like, once he's proven innocent, you know what I mean?
All I know is, you know, the only one that knows the truth is
It's
him
himself,
and
exactly.
the Lord. Okay, and the thing is, you know, if it happen, you know, hey, you know, people do mistake and people. You know, people will be disappointed, like, what the fuck?
Very disappointed.
But if he didn't, people are going to be like, come on, let's go. But at the same
Yeah.
time, they already took his position. So they actually removed his position. So,
Yeah.
but I
He
know
was-
there's
well,
other
he
things
was
for him to
suspended.
run for.
He was suspended. So the suspension, if everything comes out, it could be lifted and he can get his job back. Because he wasn't terminated. He was suspended. Governor DeSantis suspended his title.
And that was a fast
his
move right
position.
away.
Absolutely. I mean,
Right away.
exactly. I mean, like I said, he did a lot of good in Osceola County, and you know, we just got to see what happens.
And see what happened. The crazy thing is when actually the federal government comes after you, that means they actually have
Proof.
worked on that proof for a while and they got that solid proof to make
Yeah.
you guilty. So that is another thing when it comes to racketeering. It's hard for you to beat that charge.
Yep.
So all I know is let's pray for him if he's actually innocent. If not, I'm like, fuck, why? All I say is, my people who are gambling out there, be careful.
Yep.
All I'm just saying, you know?
Exactly.
This is crazy.
So yeah, so that I'm going to touch base real quick because, like I said, that was major news this week. And normally, like I said, we don't get into politics, but this I felt something that we had to touch on real quick because, like I said, we interviewed him on a previous show, and it wouldn't be, you know, we have to follow through
And the
with
thing
it.
that bothers me, I don't know if people want to come after me when I say this right now. Yes,
Don't come after her.
racketeering. Yes, he's in jail. They making fun of him. They putting him guilty. Whatever. But hello, we got a felon, as our president,
That
doing
part.
worse shit than that,
That
and he's
part.
not in jail.
That part. And we can get into that too. And that'll
I'm
be
just
like
saying.
a 2-3 hour show.
I'm
But
just
that
saying.
part, you know what
And
I
he's
mean?
not in jail,
Yep.
and he's a felon.
Exactly.
Multiple charges.
Multiple charges.
I'm
Yep.
just saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, with that being said, since we want to talk about the Orange Man, He's done a lot of things this week as
Ooh,
well.
girl, you see my post. I was like, girl, where's the popcorn?
Go ahead.
Where's that popcorn, girl? I need that extra butter on that popcorn with a nice glass of water because I don't drink soda. But listen, I have said this in the beginning, okay? Because there's some people saying I went hard towards Kamala, right? I went hard towards her. And I told people out there, because a lot of people who voted for him, they're like, oh my goodness, why this is going through this? What's going on? I'm like, bro, you knew about all this shit. We told you about it. We warned you. You never listen. Now y'all going through it right now. But one thing is, when we seen Elon Musk helping him all the way from the beginning, I said this and I could not work because I did say that. I said, I give it only a certain time before these two girls going to be fighting and going to be telling each other secret in public. And guess what's happening?
Elon is talking like a little bitch. Oh, yes.
Guess what's happening? Indeed. That's what I wrote. I came out of work. I seen that shit. I was like, and I wrote, where's the popcorn? Because the truth is about to come out. And I'm just waiting for the fact to say how he won that election. Which I'm telling you, the truth come out. Maybe it might not come out. Because if the truth come out, of course, Elon Musk might go to jail for fraud. But all I know is, the truths are coming now. And if Elon Musk is saying, and he said he spent $382 million to help him to win the election.
Yep. And so if you don't know what Angie's talking about, if you don't have him on Threads, the former Twitter, go back and look. What is one of the comments that he said? Do you remember?
One of the comment is that, you know, the guy that's supposedly killed himself in jail,
Epstein.
Yes, the one with the big trafficking and having that sex party. Let's say P. Diddy number one.
Mm-hmm.
I call it number one because then after that is P. Diddy. Number one, they're saying that the president was actually one of his people having in his parties.
And I believe that.
And he's coming, and for him to just come and say, Then after that, he started talking about that $382 million he spent on him. And then he came out talking more and more and more. Then from nowhere, which I didn't fact check it because I don't have that app. He actually supposedly canceled his Twitter account too. That's how petty he was. And not only that, then after that, the president's people was, his close, his ass buddies saying we should actually kick Ellen out of the country right away.
Elon just sort of does.
Yes.
So there was another post video, and this is alleged. Again, I also didn't fact check, but that shows Trump saying that he was gonna stop all production of Teslas in the United States.
Oh, one of them
as backlash.
One of them was actually the production of Elon got his own rockets to go up to the thing.
Yes.
So right away, Orange tried to stop that. So it's like.
Yeah. So these two are bickering like two little bitches in heat right now. And it's gonna, I'm living
more
for
stuff is about to come out,
shit's
and
about to
real bad, and all started because, of course, his contract to be in the White House with him has finished, and of course the contract it was not renewed, and they were talking about a document that's supposed to be signed by Congress to be released, which is new laws and new rules happening to us. I guess some of those has been changed, or some other people from the Congress don't want to pass it. So of course Elon was like, hey, he got mad about that, and that's why all the truth. And he said, oh, that was not part of that document, some book crap like that. So whatever it was, that's how it started. Oh, because that document. And I said, like, you're not the president, so why you want to run it? That's one thing. Like the president gave that man a lot of power for me to be able to rule as a president in the White House. Yep. You're not the president, so don't try to tell the president what to do. Even though, I really don't want the president, but still, don't tell him what to do. That he is the president, not you. But that's how it started. He don't have the quality to come and tell the president what to do no more.
Yep.
There you go. You're not going to renew that contract.
So we gotta watch and see how that's gonna play out. Get your popcorn ready because shit's about to go down between Elon and Trump. It's just two, like I said, two little bitches in heat going back and forth. I want to see which. I was gonna curse, but I'll be nice. Who's gonna win that battle? That's what I want to see. But truth will be coming out. So
I hope the truth does come out for real. And I'm waiting for that because I'll say he really did not want that president race. He did not. I'm sorry. He did not. Everything was paid and some black work done in the back. That's all I got to say.
Elon
and it's
got
about to
punched
come
in the
out.
eye at the White House. Who punched him in the eye?
I don't know. I ain't seen that part. Hey, Rafael, gracias por tu
Hola,
sintonía. Neo, whoop whoop. Thank you for tuning in. Luz, thank you for tuning in. Neo goes, then I got punched in the eye at the White House. I don't know when that happened. I don't know the story about that.
I don't know neither, but you know, who knows?
Maybe by one of the guards of the bullshit.
Yeah. So, like I said, guys, this week has been a crazy week in politics. So many things have been going on. There's protesting going on in LA for the
bad.
immigration, against immigration. Now, one of the things that they're saying is that the Orange Man, the president, has called in the National Guard to help control these riots. Well, not riots, but the protesters and stuff like that, because they're saying that the police didn't want to get involved. Well, the police were marching in the Gay Pride parade over the weekend as well. They were there, so it's not like they were too busy. But they just don't want to be a part of it. They refuse. So they called in the National Guard. But here's the thing. There were some arrests. There were a lot of arrests this weekend in LA. A lot of protesters were arrested. But they were arrested not by police, not by the National Guard.
Masked people working as ICE.
Correct.
Yeah.
But they weren't ICE. Because ICE is not, well, not to say ICE shouldn't be arresting regular folks, but
no, they be doing that.
They do. So who are these people? Who are they? Who
Supposedly they work with ICE, they work with the federal, they work with that, but they're covering their faces, like acting like they're undercovers, that they cannot show that second face they're working the other whatever case they're working, but they come in with masks and actually taking people, breaking family.
Yep.
Like there's so many stories out there, so many videos. Like some of this video make my tears come out, and especially here in Florida. There was actually a business owner, a construction business owner that had, I think, 50 or 20 workers with him. ICE came in and took all his worker away, and then he pulled a big post. I did not vote for this. When you said that you're going to take the criminals and the bad ones away, not the hard-working ones.
So I want to go back to LA for just a minute before we get onto that subject. So about 1,500 people were arrested, detained, right, by these masked individuals, right, that supposedly, allegedly are working for ICE or whatever, right? They've been picked up in these black vans, held in detention centers that no one knows where they are, where these detention centers are, or where these people have been placed, okay? No one knows. The families haven't been able to make any contact. Now, here's the thing. I told you a couple of weeks ago that I've been watching this show called Handmaid's Tale. Mm-hmm. Do you remember that I was telling you about it? Well, I've been watching this show called The Handmaid's Tale. And in the Handmaid's Tales, this is what they do. They kidnap people, mainly women, but they're kidnapping these people off the street in mass, putting them in black vans and taking them to undisclosed locations. So it's scary because I'm watching this show, and if you haven't watched The Handmaid's Tale, watch it because it is literally where they would want women in this country to be. You gotta watch it and pay attention to what is going on today and what was happening in that show, because I see a lot of similarities, and it is pretty scary as a woman, because you guys know that Angie and I are very big on women empowerment, and if we kind of go back to the Handmaid's Tales, life and that's how they want us to be, we're in a lot of fucking trouble. Okay? I'm just gonna let you know that. So you guys really have to pay attention. Ladies, really pay attention to what is going on. I don't get too much into politics and stuff like that because I think every fucking politician is full of shit, right? They're going to say what they got to say to get elected and things like that. But you really got to pay attention to what is happening in the world today because our rights are being taken away. Now, we got immigration, ICE coming after these immigrants who, like she said in the beginning, was just supposed to be for criminals and stuff like that. But they're targeting innocent people. Right now in the state of Florida, going back to what you said, Governor DeSantis has stated that even if they look like they're an immigrant, they can be stopped, pulled over, taken away, and all detained.
Sure.
I'm Latina. She's Latina. I have a lot of Latino friends. I have a lot of Black Haitian friends and all this. So this affects all my people. You know what I'm saying? It affects us as women. It affects us as a Hispanic community. It affects us as minorities. So we really have to be careful and pay attention to what is going on. Now, here's the thing. Where can we, because I wouldn't even know, because like I said, I don't get into politics enough, how to begin to even try to fight this. Like, we have to be able to speak up and be vocal about it. Because
the thing is, they're not letting us. They're trying to take the right away from us on that part. And the crazy thing is, I understand when I seen that post about that owner of that business, because the president did say when he was actually doing those rallies, he said, I'm gonna send the criminals away, the criminals. But when he won, he says, everybody that is not a citizen, it is considered a criminal. And that's really fucked up because everybody's not a criminal.
Correct.
It's not a criminal.
Correct.
And for him to say just because you're Spanish and you're not a citizen, you are a criminal,
correct,
that is so fucked up. I understand you should have your visa or, you know, your permit visa, whatever, but that don't make them a criminal.
Right.
I see a criminal, somebody that killed somebody, did somebody illegal, that raped, whatever. Those are criminals. Send them back. Whatever. But breaking families apart that has been working hard to make a living, to buy their own homes and shit like that. Yes, they had time to actually get their papers, but sometimes getting papers do take time and a lot of money, especially when bills are high and shit like that.
And not only that, but even right now, in today's age, in today's day, right? ICE is in the courthouses.
I was about to say that right now.
People are coming to their court cases, to their court dates,
to get approval,
to get their approval from the judge, and they're getting arrested before they're even able to go in to see the judge. Where's the due process?
And not only that, they got the date to go to court to get approval, to get the certificate that you're a citizen, and the judge are declining it right there. And the ICE is right there in the audience waiting for them. And I've seen so many videos, especially this mother. A mother of 6 girls. A mother said that the husband was crying. A mother of 6 girls. She went to the court date, for the approval to get her right stepping into the court, inside the court, they gave her the paper saying that the judge had declined her thing and got arrested right there. For what? She was doing the right things. Yeah. And what they did, they sent her to a country that she don't have nowhere to stay. She had no family member just because she got a background of that country when her whole family is here in the United States. Her 6 daughters, her husband, they're all citizens. So what the fuck they sending her to?
Yep.
To the street somewhere?
Yep.
And that was so sad because her husband was crying. And then next to her was another mother where her son, that they took her at the same time, you know, when in the court thing, the mother was like, she was about to throw up because she was nervous, she was crying. And her son looked like he was like 11, maybe 10, 11, 12 years old. He was like, Mommy, don't worry, I'm here for you. Mommy, I will be okay. You know what's the fucked up part? Knowing that they're about to separate you from your child. And who your child's going to stay with. And then the child seeing the mother crying, knowing that the mother's going to get separated from him. Yeah. That's really fucked up.
Yeah, so this is what is happening right now. So it's making a lot of people more afraid to even come up and try to do the right thing when it comes to their citizenship. So, you know, like at some point, again, who do we speak to? What do we have to do? Like, because LA, they're protesting, they're rioting, they're They're stopping ICE from coming into their communities and stuff like that. And now look what's happening. 1,500 people missing.
And
Nobody
they're still
knows
rioting.
where they are.
And
Yeah,
they're still rioting.
They're still in
And
the streets. Exactly.
let me tell you about something that's happening right now. Started today, 12 different countries are banned to come into the United States. So even though if you have planned to travel over here, you cannot come. So that flight got canceled, got messed up, whatever. And you know what's the fucked up part? Let me tell you this. Even though the thing is, people don't listen. We told so many people what was going to happen. We're showing them proof. They're like, oh, you're lying, whatever. Okay. One of the biggest voters for the president was women. Women knowing that your rights was about to be taken now.
away.
Especially the right for you to decide if you want to keep a fetus or not.
Correct.
All right? That was going to be taken away from you. A lot of women voted for him. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with them? And the majority was black females. The other one that voted for him a lot, and a lot of people told them about it, what the fuck? A lot of Haitians here in Miami, in Florida, voted for him. A lot of them. And guess what? Haiti is one of the countries that is banned to come here.
Yep.
And you voted for that man?
Yep.
Come on, people.
Well, there's a lot of people who now regret their votes. There's a lot of people who regret their vote. Like, and my whole thing is this. If you're an immigrant, you can't vote. But if you have family who are immigrants that are in this country and you voted for Trump, you're a fucking idiot. I'm going to say it just like that. Because you're voting against your own family. And you are part of the reason why we're in this position today.
I heard so many stories. Some people was voting for him because the stimulus check. That he was going to give some stimulus check.
Which we don't have.
Let me tell you. And I told them this. The one who actually, and even, there's a video that even Obama cleared it out.
Still, they got sold out for a couple of whatever money.
No, but the thing is, that money was not him who gave it.
Exactly.
When that stimulus check came out, it was actually the party of Obama with Biden who gave that check. And the thing is, they didn't put their name in the check because they didn't need to.
No.
But guess what happened? Because at that time in the office was Trump. And then let me put my name and put something like I gave it, even though when he was against it in the beginning. And even the Republicans, it was trying to give 300 instead of 200 when they gave it the first time. Okay, and even Obama, there's a video, Obama's like, why they send a stimulus check? This man did not give it a stimulus check. It was Biden. And you know what? We didn't want to put our name on it. What for? We don't want to show off to give you a check. I love the way he talks. But I told so many people, he was not the one who gave you that check. It was not him.
Yeah, but it was the previous administration.
But I want to vote for him because he's going to give us check. Really? Really? That's why they... And another one. The other story. Oh, we voted for him because he's a Christian. He's a good Christian. He go to church. Nana. When just because he stand in front of a cross or in front of a church holding a Bible, that do not make you a Christian. Let me tell you, some of the then we go to the church, they show him sleeping.
Yep. But some, and I'm gonna say this, I don't get too much into religion either because I think religion is full of shit. But that's just my opinion. Don't come for me, okay? You believe what you believe. I don't care. That's your belief. Is your belief. Everybody has their own beliefs, and I'm okay with whatever you believe in. That's your belief. But I find that some of the most bullshitist ass people will be the same ones that stand with the Bible in their hand and a cross in behind them. And they'll be the same ones that'll lie straight to your fucking face. The same ones who will do all the fucking bullshit to you before a person who doesn't do it, who doesn't have the Bible in their hand. Just saying. I've seen it time and time again. I've seen posts of people who will hold a Bible in their hand and all this shit. Meanwhile, they're the most crookedest motherfucking individuals. I said what I said out there.
I told these people, listen, he's not a truly Christian. No. He's not, he's a Christian. He's against abortion. I'm like, listen, it's just a show.
So speaking of that, we're going to touch on that. There was a judge, I forget where she's from. I want to say Washington or Wisconsin or something. I don't remember where it was. But a judge was going against what they were saying because they wanted to ban the abortions in that state And she was like, what do you tell a 12-year-old girl who was molested by her father and is now pregnant? What do you tell a child of incest? What do you tell a woman who was raped? Like, there were so many scenarios that she gave as to, or what do you do when you know the child is stillborn? I mean, is dead inside your stomach, inside your womb. They're supposed to still carry that baby? The woman can die. You know what I'm saying? There were so many different scenarios that she would say. Again, your belief on abortion is your belief on abortion. Whether you're for it or against it, that's on you. But I feel that women should have that right to decide for themselves. Like, who are you? You cannot decide for us. So all that's going to do, honestly, is give men more power to be able to do what the fuck they want. Because even nowadays, most women, if they get raped or something, most women don't come up and speak up. Most of them don't because they're afraid. Or especially embarrassed, or if it's a man of power, they know that they're gonna lose, or they know they're gonna be dragged through the mud and made to look like, you know, all types of shit. Yeah. Meanwhile, she probably wasn't. She's probably a good woman who just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many things when it comes to that. I feel like we should have our right to decide whatever we want to do. So when the judge was coming at him and saying, and he was like, yes, that is correct. Yes. And she was like, what kind of world are we living in? That you would be okay with all of those scenarios. I would like to see all those politicians who say, you know, that they're against abortion. I want it to be their daughters. Excuse me. Let me not say that. I'm not putting it out there. But I would like to know what would happen if it was their daughter, their 10-year-old daughter, 11-year-old daughter, 12-year-old daughter who gets raped or something like that. And now what? What are they going to say then? I bet you their story would change completely because now it's in their household.
It's crazy. It's a lot of things happening.
Another thing with ICE, I'm gonna just kind of touch because I'm telling you, so many things happened this weekend that I was like, we have to just touch base on it because we have a big platform and people need to hear, people need to be awakened to what is actually happening. You can't live under a rock forever. You really need to be paying attention to what is going on in the world. Speaking of ICE, there was a Guatemalan woman who was giving birth, okay, in a hospital, okay. ICE was outside the door. As soon as she gave birth, took her and detained her.
The fuck?
How is that even? I have it. It's on my story on Instagram. Go look at it.
Wow.
These are real, true stories that are happening right now in the U.S. in this, what we supposedly call the United States of America. And I'm very concerned about our future if we as a people don't stand up and do what we got to do, because this is getting a little bit out of control right now.
And the thing is, right now we can't do shit about it. We could have done something about it before all this voting happened. And we warned so many people did not listen. And the thing is, even though people that did not vote, I'm like, motherfuckers, you don't got no right to fucking complain.
Yeah.
Because you could have got your ass up and voted. Okay? We needed your vote at that time. But now that's happening. Like, a lot of people that I know that voted for that person, now they're all complaining.
Yep. And we also have a lot of politicians who are speaking up now. Cory Booker from New Jersey, he's been going off on the whole Donald Trump administration and everything that he's been going. He's like day 5, day 6, and he's just going in.
And crazy thing is, a lot of Republicans too, they're mad. They're like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, that's your people.
Yeah. So, so it's just really have to pay attention to what is going on in the world right now, especially right here in the United States, because it's getting real, guys. It's getting real serious, and we have to just
all I have to say is stay prayed up.
Yeah.
Stay prayed up. Pray about everything. Stay safe. Have like 4, 6, 7, 8 eyes on you. I'm telling you, it's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse, and I don't know. But all I hope is, one of the things I hope that he goes through it. One of them is he's trying to make a 3rd term as a president.
He should not have a 3rd term.
No, listen to me. He's trying to pass that law that a 3rd term could be happening. You know what's gonna happen if he does and he goes through? Obama's gonna run again, and you know damn well Obama's gonna beat his ass on that shit. I would love Obama to be on the
Unless
thing
he
again.
rigs the election like he did this time.
All I know is, but girl, all I know is people just say, "Pearl, things are getting harder. Things are getting more pricier." Because supposedly one of the things that he said, things was gonna get cheaper for us again. Come on, everything is still high price.
I don't know how
Right now,
he
high
expects
prices.
things to get less expensive when he's taking all the workers out there, because Americans are not going to be out there picking our fruits. Sorry, it's true. I mean, if you look at statistics, who's out there picking the strawberries? Who's out there picking blueberries and oranges? It's not the Americans. It's the illegal immigrants.
And not only that,
I'm just saying, I'm being honest.
But not only the people getting deported and shit, the regular Americans getting fired from those jobs.
Yeah.
Especially the federal jobs. Thousands of workers fired everywhere. Like, why firing so many people? I thought everybody's gonna have their nice job, making money, but people are getting fired out of their jobs, hard working years. They be working years. Fired. Now they have to try to find jobs, and it's not easy to find any jobs right now.
Well, it's not that even that it's not easy to find jobs. It's not, the pay is not what.
That.
You know what I mean? This pay that's going on right now is like pay from the 90s, from the early 90s. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
It's crazy. I mean,
So-
it's sad and it's crazy. Like, a lot of people losing their job, and people that I know that big people in the federal government and everything losing their jobs just because they Democrats and shit. That's fucked up.
So, yeah.
But yes, my people, you know what? Just stay safe out there. You know, make sure, take care of your family.
Pay attention.
Pay
guys.
attention to what's happening. A lot of sad stuff is happening out there, especially with a lot of innocent people. It don't matter if they're actually in this country. Well, this country was built by immigrants, okay?
Yep.
And everybody came immigrant, okay? Because, listen.
Yep. Everybody that's here
Listen.
came from immigrants. Exactly.
Yes.
Including Donald Trump.
Yes.
Let's be real. He
So-
married a fucking immigrant. Let's be real.
So, I don't know. Just prayed up and I seen a video. This is a funny video I seen. You know, he's always to show up. So he went to the front and down. I think it was like near Texas or whatever. Right in the front, la frontera. How you say la frontera? You know, like when you crossing
The border.
the border, right on the border. And he was behind the fence, right with another. I don't know. He must be a politic from whatever state he was, watching the border, the front. So he heard the Mexicans in the other side say Trump, 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 and he's like, oh, they're calling my name, but they say Trump, Trump, hijo tu madre, mama tu madre, and he goes, oh, they're really liking me. They say Trump, Trump, they love me. You see, even over there, they love me. I started watching and reading the comments. I started laughing. Like, this man actually thinks
He's
that
delusional.
people are liking from everywhere, not even knowing what they really are saying. They're saying,
delusional.
fuck your mother. That's what they were saying. Fuck your mother. And he's like, oh, they love me. They really like me, even from across. And I'm like, the fuck?
He's delusional. I'm telling you, he's delusional.
I started laughing when I seen that video. They were like, tu chinga tu madre. That means fuck your mother.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
they like me. They like me. Even across the border, they like me.
Yeah. We got any comments before we log off?
Neil goes, one of the senators punched Elon. That's what he said.
Gotcha. Well, guys, like I said, we wanted just to come on here and just talk a little bit about the bullshit that's going on, because it is important. And like Angie said, just, stay prayed up, be safe out there. And with that being said, it is time for us to get up on out of here.
Yeah.
Yes. We appreciate all you guys who tune in. For those of you who listen to us on the afterwards on Spotify and iHeart.
It's after party.
I was gonna say the after party. That's how my mind's at. I'm just really tired. Actually, my after party is DJ Kama and DJ Pillow and MC Pillow. That's what it is.
Yes. Well, mi gente, thank you so much for tuning into our live tonight. Even though it became kind of politics and shit, but you know what? We just need to talk about the truth, what's going on out there, and start opening the eyes for everybody, and especially for the one that actually made this shit happen, because y'all was acting like y'all couldn't hear or believe what y'all was saying. But anyway, you know what? You made your bed, just lay on it right now. That's all I try to say. But you know what? Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to see you next week, the same time and the same day. Okay?
Yes.
Dios me lo bendiga. Cuídate. I'll see you.